What's good, YouTube? It's jazzlovesmma here, and here's my reaction to UFC Fight Night Seattle. Um, I just watched Izzy get slimed out, man, by Joe Pyfer, dude. Fuck! I should have picked Joe Pyfer. I switched my pick after I recorded my video. I switched my pick when I saw that the green line test. I'm not gonna edit this, but you should know what I'm talking about. And yeah, man. But Pyfer gets it done. It's the Izzy cycle where he looks good until he's not. Um, I'm just more disappointed that I knew this was a possibility. Should have picked it. I'm not mad at that it happened. I feel like some people are like, oh, how did Izzy lose? Like it was pretty reasonable how Izzy lost, but I'm just disappointed, man. Fuck, he was looking so good. But this is what I feel like we're saying about a lot of his fights now. He's looking good until he's not. Piper's decent, but he shouldn't be top five, and that's just what pisses me off, man. He shouldn't be top five, dude. Izzy, Prime Izzy would have no. Prime Izzy probably would have lost to Pyfer. He did Pyfer. I think Izzy came over broken nose, or he had a broken nose coming into this fight, and Pyfer catches a nasty right hook, busts up his nose again. You can see him like grimacing, and then I noticed blood was leaking out his nose, so I was like, oh, okay, Izzy's grimacing because his nose is broken. Gets grounded pound TKO'd in round two after getting taken down, after getting his nose fucked up. And yeah, man. Izzy should have retired, but instead he was like, I'm never leaving. I'm never leaving. And another, and another, and another, and I'm not leaving. Listen, best we can do is Robocop. So yeah, that was a bad way to end off the night. It was a pretty fun fight though. So I don't know who got the bonuses. I'm like recording this pretty much right after the event. So yeah. Moving on to Alexa Grasso. We did it. We slimed out Macy Barber. No. Pretty good showing from Alexa Grasso. Her boxing looks pretty crisp. And, before she actually got the finish, I was mentioning, I was like, she fights like Diego Lopez. This is how I've always broken down Alexa Grasso striking recently. Her boxing's like very Diego Lopez like. But in no sense, I was like, dude, her counters are way better than Diego's. And then she catches Barber with a cross or something, like a cross, and she switch stance with another cross and puts Macy Barber down. She's pretty much out. She collapses on her knees. And Alexa Grasso pounds her out, catches a rear naked, but the referee stops immediately. That's why it counts as a TKO because she didn't go out to the rear naked. She was already out to the little rapid punches and the counter shot from Alexa Grasso. Great performance. She 100% deserves a bonus for this. And I don't really know what you do for next. If I'm going to be honest, I don't really know what you do for Alexa Grasso. Yeah, my eye is bugging. Moving on to Michael Chiesa, Nick Price. Literally nothing happened. Both retired. Michael Chiesa shoots a takedown. He actually I think he gets taken down to get up. Chiesa stays on a single. He gets Price now and he gets his back. Price says a flip, dunks Chiesa on his head. Price gets caught on a rear naked. Taps. Really nothing to say. Another prediction for me. Julian Rosa versus Larian Douglas. Dude, the gunslinger. This dude is fucking nasty, man. He was dropping Juicy J with jabs. That was pretty crazy to see. It was pretty scrappy in moments, but then he just landed a jab. Like he was landing a jab, staying tucked. Rosa would get dropped, get up in his like weird pose and his weird stance, get jabbed, dropped again. Larry Douglas would throw a combination. Rosa would eat it, then Douglas would land a jab, he would drop him, and then he ended up finding the right hand, puts him down, found the right hand again, put him down against the fence. Referee stops it. Great performance, and he's a real contender. And I knew he was gonna get this KO because Costa couldn't finish Rosa, but he's not a real hard hitting in the hand, so he gets all these kicks, and that's how he's gonna finish people. So great stuff from Larry and Douglas. Moving on to Mansour Abdul Malik versus Yusri Belgaroui. You guys know. You guys probably don't know. I picked UC Bulgaria as an underdog here. I knew to get the KO in round 3. I don't know if in my prediction video I said the decision or KO in round 3. He got the KO in round 3. Broke Mansour Abdul-Malik as the fight went on. Same way he did with Bakoev. Less brutal with the cuts, but finished him off. Yo, balls. Round 1, pretty slow pace. Mansour's catching up the jabs and stuff, going leg kick for leg kick. Malik is like not shooting takedowns, but he's trying to run over Bogarui. Like he just runs in and like he's trying to like push him over. Bogarui just circles out of it. Round 2, Bogarui's finding his timing on the jabs and stuff, and he's rocking him. He's rocking Malik. He gets taken down. He gets back up, and then the knees were cutting Malik, cut his eye, and then at the end of round 2, like with 10 seconds left, clips Malik on the temple, drops some elbows on him. Round ends. Mansour gets back up. Round 3 starts. Malik is actually shooting takedowns, which I think he should have tried to do a little bit earlier instead of trying to like roll over Bogarui. Bogarui gets up. He ends up finding a knee and puts Malik down. Just broke him as the fight went on. Great performance from Bogarui. He's fucking awesome. Sick as fuck to watch. Just really reminded me of the Khalil Rountree Alex Pereira fight, but less competitive. I don't know, just the way Bogarui was like standing and like moving in and out in moments really reminded me of that. So great performance from Bogarui. We got this prediction right. Moving on to Cal Nelson versus Terrence McKinney. Brown was slime out. Cal Nelson just kind of quit on the ground. McKinney threw a head kick, put down Nelson, and then just was raining elbows down while Nelson curled up in a ball. Nothing much to say. I think he's gonna get snubbed again for a bonus. Great performance from McKinney. Didn't need to show the patience. So yeah, great round 1, slime out. Ignacio Bahamondes versus Tufik Masayev. I crashed out about this a lot on Twitter. I crashed out about it live to my parents. I crashed out the entire fight. Round 1, went tit for tat. I think Ignacio's landing the better shots, landing some good 1-2s. Gets taken down at the end with like 20 seconds left. Masayev lands like a couple good ground pound shots. I gave the round to Bahamondes. Round 2, Bahamondes immediately drops Musayev. Musayev is nearly out. This bald fuck ref. And we're going to talk about refereeing down the list. He sees Musayev crawling up the fence, digging his hand through the fence to get up. Doesn't say nothing. He shoots a takedown. Bahamondes, this is something I need to mention too. As much as I hate Musayev's cheating, as much as I hated the referee for doing nothing, Bahamondes, dude, what are you doing when you get on your back? This is something he was doing in the Fiziev fight. He gets on his back and he just either shoots a ghillie or he's shooting these awful submissions off his back. I did mention that he has good subs off his back in my video, but I didn't realize that's all he really did. I know that's all he did in the Fiziev fight when Fiziev would shoot a takedown, but dude, 2 rounds that you're not doing anything on your back. At least in the Fiziev fight, it was for small moments near the end of the rounds, and then they would get back up, or it'd be in random moments in the middle of the round. Bahamondes or Fiziev would get up, continue, but he just was getting stuck on bottom. And to all the inbred ugly, I'm gonna say inbred. I'm not gonna make it, but to all the annoying fans of this dude, they're like, this dude's a monster, man. This dude has so much aura, man. He cheated his way to get the win, bro. If he wouldn't have cheated, he would have been finished in round 2. It is what it is. He was headbutting Bahamondes on the ground. I think that's what cut up Bahamondes. I thought it was just ground and pound, but I was kind of just crashing out during this fight, so I wasn't really paying attention to everything that was happening. So after the first minute of round 1, Bahamondes just gets cut up, gets ground and pounded. Borderline 10-8. And they gave him a 10-8. I didn't give him one because he did get dropped immediately into round 1. Round 2, Bahamondes is landing good on the feet for the first minute. Musayev is landing good as well. What's going on? My laptop is lagging, but I think I was playing about round 3. Um, and I was just laying on his back, trying to throw up an armbar or an arm triangle, and Musayev just isn't letting him. And it was clear that you just have to get up. And with like a minute left, Ignacio gets up, he reverses position, he just lays on the back of Musayev, not doing anything. Goes for a shitty fucking rear naked attempt. What are you doing, man? Like seriously, shitty IQ for Bahamondes. I knew that was an issue, but I thought he would just immediately get Musayev out of there. It was looking like he was going to, but Musayev was a dirty cheat. And we just allow cheaters, so yeah, whatever. Moving on to Chase Hooper versus Lance Gibson Jr. Lance Gibson Jr. is KO. Hooper, man, just too frail and too chinny, man, at 155. He's too tall and too frail. Like, unlike Bahamondes, who's kind of like dense and muscular, Chase Hooper's just too skinny, man, too frail. Lance Gibson Jr. looked good. He would stuff the takedowns of Hooper and then land knees, land elbows, and that was kind of just what happened. He was landing elbows, hurting Hooper. He lands a knee in the clinch, knee again, sends Hooper flying. Then he kicks the face of Hooper, I think, rocks him. He lands some more knees. Hooper goes down, and then the referee just steps in immediately. I don't know what was gonna happen. Hooper was getting pretty badly hurt on the feet, but he just got sent down on the ground. Hooper was still stable. Maybe Gibson Jr. just lays on him for the rest of the round. Maybe he lands the ground and pound, gets a cool finish. Maybe Hooper catches a sub off his back. You don't know. And that's the thing that I think that's a really bad early stoppage. Not super bad, but it's a stoppage that made me piss me off. I don't know what the fuck the referees were doing. We're gonna talk about bad stoppages soon. Marcin Tybura versus Tyrell Fuchin. I missed the first 2 rounds. Didn't know what happened. Round 3 just looked like Tybura was outdoing Fortune and just out peppering him. And yeah, Bruce Buffer called the fight for Tybura. He meant to say Fortune. Made a really awkward post-fight interview. And yeah, Fortune gets it done. Another wrong prediction by me. Wow. Casey O'Neill versus Gabriela Fernandez. This was a fucking sick performance. Casey O'Neill, scrappy, just out-voluming Gabriela Fernandez, countering her, then landing 3. When Fernandez would come in with 2, Casey O'Neill counter with 3, and she catches her with her right hand, hurts her, catches her with her right hand again against the fence, drops her a little bit. Again, she gets stopped. And yeah, Casey O'Neill, 2 years out, great performance. Got this prediction right. Navajo Sterling versus Bruno Lopez. This is another fight where the referee was making me really angry. Keith Peterson, I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna talk about the rounds. Navajo Sterling is pretty mid. Round 1, feeling out process. He's stuffing all the takedowns of Bruno Lopez. Bruno Lopez is catching the kicks of Navajo, and then they get against the fence. Lopez would land an elbow. Yeah. And then they would separate. Navajo would land a 1-2. He was landing jabs to the body, but he was getting countered. It was a weird iffy round. I give it a Navajo for just landing a little bit more. He had some decent low kicks as well. For like a minute straight, they were just kind of going low kick for low kick. Round 2, Navajo goes for a little bit more, landing some good body shots, landing some good shots upstairs. He's getting clipped back to getting countered when he goes to the body. Then he finds a right hand against the fence, hurts Lopez. He sends him down. And for about a minute straight, Lopez goes out like 5 times, and Keith Peterson's just there like this. He's like, what are you doing, Keith Peterson? You fucking stupid ass, man. Stupid ass fucking referee. You should be fucking fired. I wasn't listening to commentary, but I bet you Dominic Cruz was fucking saying something, man. I bet you anything. So yeah. Keith Peterson just let Bruno Lopez take like unnecessary mass amounts of damage. Looked like Bruno Lopez's eye was hanging off. He got brutalized really bad. Looked like he got 10 years taken off his life. Navajo, what are you doing while you're on top? He was having like some pitter patter ground and pound. I joked that he was about to gas and then just lay on Bruno Lopez, and they would make it to the third round. Looked like Keith Peterson had a parlay for over 1.5 rounds. That was awful, man. Prediction I got right. Picked him by KO. Thought he would get around 1. He's kind of like a guy that waits that out. He's kind of like Pinto. I also want to say that about Pinto, that he's like he kind of waits for the moment to find his shots, and he waits it out. And that's kind of what Novel Strang does sometimes. So yeah, Ricky Simon versus Adrian Yanez. This is a wrong prediction, but kind of is because went to a draw. I saw people complain about this as a robbery. Round 1, the first 2 rounds were close. Ricky Simon, I just thought landed. Let me see these stats actually. Ricky Simon actually got outstruck, but I thought he was landing a little bit better. Oh, where am I? I thought he was landing a little bit better in round 1, but he was getting tagged out though. Round 2, I thought. I gave this round to Ricky Simon. Thought he was landing a little bit better early. He gets a takedown. He landed a nasty D. Well, Yanez was against the fence, and yeah. Well, I guess he got 2 takedowns, but Yanez was piecing him near the end. Yeah. I gave Ricky Simon rounds 1 and 2. Just thought he landed a little bit better in round 1. I thought he had good control and good moments on the feet in round 2, especially when he got that takedown. Round 3, I do agree with Atene. He was busting up. Yanez was busting up Simon. Busting up. You can see the numbers 40 to 17, and cut him up bad. Fucking up on the feet. Someone pretty much has 0 success. I know it says he's landed 17 strikes, but still, it's doing nothing. And then in the last 10 seconds, it looked like Yanez was about to finish him. He gets a knockdown. Someone gets sent to his knees, ducking and weaving. Usually gets the finish, doesn't. Bell rings, and yeah. So I don't think this was necessarily a robbery, but I do see the argument for Yanez to win. I did give Ricky Simon rounds 1 and 2, but I can see the argument for rounds 2 and 3 going to Yanez. I guess some people gave him round 1, and I guess the stats do say that. So I don't know, maybe this was a robbery, but I gave Yanez round 10 in round 3, and yeah. Nothing prediction, I guess. Alexia Tainara versus Bruno Brazil. Alexia Tainara just hitting a little bit harder than Bruno Brazil, being more dangerous on the feet, getting takedowns in the middle of the octagon. Bruno Brazil just laying back on her back flat. That was pretty much every round was pretty much like that. Tainara would come in, land some shots. Bruno Brazil would counter. She would eventually get taken down. In round 3, she landed a nasty spinning back kick though to the face of Tainara, but then she just got smudged against the fence. It is what it is. So yeah, that was a right prediction. Picked her by decision. So yeah. Overall, I think I did. So it's 1-0-1, 2-0-1, 3-0-1, 3-1-1, 3-2-1, 3-3-1, 4-3-1, 5-3-1, 6-3-1, 7-3-1, 8-3-1, 8-4-1. I went 8-4-1 on the card. Let me know your guys' thoughts on this card. Let me know how you guys did on predictions. I might make another video soon. I might make one about refs. I was gonna make one about commentators, but I think I'd rather make one about referees. So, yeah. Let me know what you guys want to see next. Thank you for all the support on my last video. That video did very well. The MMA Twitter haters tier list. So, yeah, appreciate you guys. Thank you for all the support over all these videos. I kind of just ramble on here, and have fun late at night before I go to sleep. So like and subscribe if you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a comment if you want. If you have any thoughts you want to share, follow me on Twitter, jazzlovesmma, and I'll see you guys in the next video.